Hey, this is Erica Sprague with Lane Realty, and this morning I'm here with Kristina Hayes of Neptune Mold Solutions.
Hey, how's it going?
And we wanted to talk to home buyers and possibly sellers about mold and what it could mean for you in your home purchase or when you go to sell your home. So mold is a scary word for a lot of people.
Yes, the M word.
Yeah. And I know enough to know that not all mold is the same and that mold can come from more than one source. Often we tend to think mold just comes from your wet areas, maybe your plumbing, your shower, your kitchen sink area, things like that.
Natural moisture.
Right, but it can also come from your HVAC. And so we were talking about that. And so one of the things I would ask you, Kristina, is what do you see often when someone's buying a home? Do they need to have a mold inspection right away, or will a home inspection get everything they need to be concerned with?
Typically, a home inspection will get majority of everything covered, like 99% of everything covered. But typically, a home inspector will be like, you know what, that looks like mold. It's out of my lane. Here's a specialist, and then they call us.
Okay.
So, normally we're about the same price as a home inspector. So it just depends. We do work with a few home inspectors who would rather call us first and then them, just because we have the tools that they may not have.
Okay.
As far as infrared, which detects moisture behind your wall and stuff like that, which they should have. But more than likely, we have the extra tools that go the extra mile and the expertise to look behind walls, and with the labs and stuff like that, we can determine what type of mold it is. You were right earlier, there's mold everywhere, and it's just how it affects that particular person.
Right. Okay. And so that's true. Inspectors are not specialists. So many times, if there's something going on that they think you need more information about, they want to refer you to someone else.
Yes.
And so Kristina was telling me that they not only do inspections, but they can also do remediation. And so let's say a home buyer gets an inspection back and there's mold in the shower and it's behind the wall. Is this horrifying? Is this like we need to kill the deal? What do we need to do?
No, not at all. We get that all the time. Realtors, home buyers call us all the time with questions. And the thing with that is the time period, 10 days option period. That's key. And with our testing, we can do a 24-hour turnaround and get you those results right away. But it's not a deal breaker. You just have to know what type of mold you're dealing with and if it can be cleaned properly.
Okay, all right. So just knowing what it is and being able to remediate it in the right way. Okay. And then we talked about HVACs. So HVACs can create mold naturally just because of moisture. We live in a very humid area. And so when you buy a home, you're doing an HVAC inspection possibly, or your inspector is looking at the HVAC. And what do you need to know there?
You need to make sure that it's working correctly, when the last time it's been cleaned, because your HVAC is number one for mold growth.
Okay.
Mold grows on dust. Dust is our HVACs. NACA recommends that the HVACs get cleaned every year, at least every other year. But if you're really keeping those allergens down and wanting your house to get dust all the time, I would do it once a year.
Okay, so home sellers, home owners, just doing your general maintenance, you need to clean your HVAC once a year. All right, so you can keep your mold levels down because it will come. It's just managing it.
Yeah, and it's just those different levels and different types of mold like we talked about. There's 300 to 3,000 different types of molds, and it's just how it affects you. But the most common one in your HVACs is the penicillin aspergillus.
Okay.
And if you're allergic to penicillin, which a lot of people are, surprisingly, that will affect you.
Okay, good to know. There's lots of types of mold. It's not all scary. It needs to be located, identified, and remediated.
Yes, and that's our specialty, is finding it and figuring out how to remove it properly.
Okay, awesome.
A lot of people don't really understand that part, but if you go to the website, it explains so much more in detail.
Okay. They do at Neptune Mold Solutions, they do have an amazing website with a blog that has a lot of frequently asked questions and information for you if you have concerns about mold or just interested in general. So thank you, Kristina, for sharing your information. Yeah, if you have any questions, Kristina would love to help you. If you have any real estate questions, I'm here for you as well.
Bye.